Today's video is on complement of a graph and self-complement of a graph, and these topics are from graph theory. So today's video is very important and very easy to understand. See here, a complement G dash of a graph G is defined as a simple graph. So it is a simple graph. So what is a simple graph? A graph which is not having loops or parallel edges is called a simple graph with the same vertex set. So whatever the vertex set you are having in graph G, you have to maintain the same vertex set in G dash also. And where the two vertices U and V are adjacent, if they are adjacent, when they are not adjacent in G, see here, I'll explain you with an example. A complement of a graph G is shown below. See here, if this is a graph G, this is the graph G and this is the complement of this graph, and I'll explain you how this star become a diamond. How many vertices are there? V1, V2, V3, V4, V5 and V6. See, this is V1, this is V1, V2, V3, and next one, this is V4, this is V5 and this is V6. See here. So this is V1, this is V2, this is V3, this is V4, this is V5 and this is V6. And now this is a star. So this one is a star graph. So this one is a star graph. And now we have to find out the complement. So this is graph G. So we have to maintain the same vertex set. Now I am maintaining the same vertex set. So this is V2. So this is V1, V1, V2, V3. This is V4. This is V5 and this is V6. So from graph G, whatever the vertices are in the graph G, I am maintaining the same in the complement also. Now see the magic here. If I go with the vertex V1, so it is maintaining. So which one it is maintaining an edge with V3. So V1 is maintaining an edge with V3 and V5. Clear? So I have to close these. And with the remaining three vertices, I have to make an edge. This is V2, V4, V6. So from V2, I have to make an edge, and next V4 I have to make an edge, and next what is remained here, V6 I have to make an edge. And next one coming to V2, see here, coming to V2, so V2 is maintaining an edge with V4 and V2 is maintaining an edge with V6. I have to close all these, and with the remaining three vertices I have to maintain an edge. So I have to maintain an edge with V1 and next V3. So I have to maintain an edge with V3 and next I have to maintain an edge with V5. Clear? And next one coming to V3. So now V3 is maintaining an edge with V1 and next V3 is maintaining an edge with V5. So I have to close these two and I have to maintain the edge with the remaining. That is V3 to V2 already there. So V3 to V4 I have to draw a next one V3 to V6. Clear? And next one coming to V5. So V5 is maintaining an edge with V3 and next V5 is maintaining an edge with V1. I have to close these two and I have to maintain edge with these three from V5. So V5 to V2 it is already there and V5 to V4. So I have to make an edge with V4 and next I have to maintain an edge with V6. So this is how the star graph G become the complement graph diamond. So this is nothing but the complement of a graph G. So we have to maintain all the vertices even in the G dash, and if they are adjacent to each other. So here they are not adjacent. So here they are adjacent. So this is what it is telling in the definition. If U and V are adjacent when they are not adjacent in G. If they are not adjacent, V1 and V2 are not adjacent in G, they have to maintain an adjacency in G dash. So this is the concept of the complement of the graph, and this is how the star become the diamond. So this is the star which is turned into diamond. And now talking about the self complement of a graph. So now talking about the self complement. So this is also same as the complement. A graph G is said to be self complement if it is isomorphic to its complement. So if it is maintaining the isomorphism. So I made a video on isomorphism. When we say that a graph G is isomorphic to G dash, there are so many conditions, and all the conditions I have given. Please watch the playlist, go through that video, and it will be very helpful and very important too. And next one, see here, now these are the vertices v1, v2, v3, v4 and v5, and here also I am maintaining the same vertices v1, v2, v3, v4 and v5. And how to make this self complement, same thing we have to maintain. See here, V1, V2, V3, V4 and V5. I am maintaining V1, this is V2 and this is V3, this is V4 and this is V5. So these are the 5 vertices. And now see here, V1 is maintaining the vertices with, see here, V1 is maintaining vertices with V2 and V5. I have to close those two and I have to make an edges with the rest, that is V4, and next one is V3. And next one, talking about V2, see here, V2 is making an edge with V1 and V3. Now if I close, I have to maintain an edge with V4 and V5. So from V2 I have to maintain an edge with V4 and next V5. And next V3 is making an edge with V2, and next one it is maintaining an edge with V4. See here, it is maintaining an edge with this V2 and V4. Now I have to maintain an edge with V1. So it is already there. And next one is V5. And this is how the complement graph, self complement graph. And we say that. So there are the 7 conditions to say that graph G is isomorphic to G dash. So this is how the self complement graph formed. And the next one, see here, these are V1, V2, V3 and V4. Now I'll also maintain the same concept, same vertices here, as this is V1, this is V2 and this is V3 and this is V4. So there are 4 vertices here. So V1 is making an edges with V2 as well as V3. So if I close this, I have to maintain a vertex with V4. And next one, coming to V2, see, V2 has only one complement, so one edge with V1. Now I have to maintain with 2. So I have to make an edge with V4 as well as V3. And next, coming to V3, so here V3 is making edges with these 2. And now I have to maintain with V2. So it is already there. So coming to V4, it is only having one edge and I have to maintain with these 2. So these 2 already there. So this will be the, see here, so this is nothing but the self complement graph. So this is the main graph and this is a self complement graph, and G is also isomorphic to G dash. And next, coming to the fourth one here, so if you see, there are 4 vertices here. There are 4 vertices here, that is V1, V2, V3, V4. So this is V1, this is V2, this is V3 and this is V4. So there are 4 vertices. So we have to maintain the same vertices. And next, coming to V1, so V1 is maintaining edges with V2 and V4. So next V2 and V4. So now even with this V3 also, so 3 edges, so nothing is left over. Next, coming to V2, so V2 is maintaining edge with V1. So now I have to maintain an edge with V3, and next this one is V4. And next V3 is maintaining an edge with V1, and now I have to maintain edge with V2 and next V4. And this graph is nothing but the self complement graph of the main graph G. So this is the graph and this is a self complement graph, and this is how we have to draw. Hope you all guys understand, and if you are very clear in this topic, please pass it on to your friends, and subscribe to this channel and raise your thumb and support this channel for more videos. Thank you so much.